Well, I'm here. I'm waiting for Gorka. I can see these little love hearts. It's our anniversary today. 8 years. How lucky is he to have 8 years of me? Let's have a look at this. Oh, Gemma, wait here. I have a romantic surprise for you, Gorks. What is this surprise now? Genuinely nervous. What? Oh! Is that my surprise? Are you John Rambo? I actually like it.
Happy anniversary! Happy Valentines! You ready for my gun?
Happy Valentines! Look at you! It's like John Rambo's drunk. Take a pew. Pew pew. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Welcome to Lost in Translation.
Vamos! Or how Rambo will say, it's war time.
Coming up.
Próximamente. Oh, bless Gorka. It's right difficult to live with Gemma.
Oh my gosh. Having mushrooms, get me spermicide in. Spermidine even. Spermidine.
That's my answer. Thank you very much. Let's move on into the next point.
Yeah, he was pretending to wipe semen on my face in the form of sun cream, and that's the pap shot. I've had grief for not buying you a birthday present. And then I realised I have got him a present.
If you want to go to war, we go to war.
Well, welcome along to Lost in Translation.
And therefore you lost after that, what you saw, isn't it?
It's our, it's nearly Valentine's Day, isn't
Yes.
it? If you if you celebrate Valentine's, you'll be looking forward to that. Today, though, it's officially our 8-year anniversary.
Is it?
High five me for that. 8 years.
This is the longest I've been with someone.
Me too.
I mean, this is the longest I've been with someone a long time ago, but...
Yeah, I'm normally out after 3 years. So
That's, there's a curve of 3 years, they said, normally.
yeah, normally.
Yeah.
Oh, and the 7-year itch, we've got past that, haven't we?
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They say 3 years or 7 years.
Which one is the next one?
Probably when I go through menopause. You know,
That's now.
No, that's now. Are you insane? I'm only 41. Perimenopause now, probably. But genuinely, a lot of women get divorced during the perimenopause and menopause era because a lot of them have got teenage kids, they've got parents who are elderly and need extra care, and they literally get to a point where they just think, no, it's not that they can't cope, it's that they have the balls to say, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore, I'm out. Normally in like your 20s, 30s, you stick around because you're like, maybe it's supposed to be like this, but there's like a switch in the menopause where you're like, I'm out of this bullshit.
Are you trying to tell me something?
No, I'm not there, but I'm just saying.
You perimenopause, so are you warning me?
No. Do you think I am perimenopause?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I am as
Oh,
well.
well, I mean, I don't know, because you've been always like this, so probably not.
Maybe not. I'm just probably aggressive. This is the judgment-free zone for Lost in Translation. We clear things up. We get things off our chests. We solve one of your dilemmas. You can get in touch with us at any point during the show. In fact, Mol's already told us the WhatsApp has been pinging off the charts. So please, yeah, ping, ping, ping. She said she can't turn it on.
Is that pinging?
Yeah, not your gun. Pew, pew, ping, ping. So if you want to get in touch via email, you just send it to Lost in Translation, so all one word, lostintranslation@bowermedia.co.uk. You can send us a WhatsApp on 077 610 39898. Do you want to do that in Spanish, Gorks, the number?
No, it's too difficult.
Okay. 077 610 39898. Was that right?
Almost.
Almost right.
I give you a 7 out of 10.
You can follow us on the socials at lost.in.podcast on all social medias. Please do like and subscribe on YouTube. You'll be able to see Gorka dressed as Rambo if you do that right now. It's just like a third of Rambo.
Okay, so it's Valentine's this weekend, and to be honest, we don't really celebrate Valentine's.
No, we've never done Valentine's really, have
we? Well, maybe the odd flowers or cards, something like that, but I don't really like Valentine's. I think it should be everyday Valentine's.
It's a bit forced for me, Valentine's.
Yeah.
I'm not into the whole going out on Valentine's Day and you're just surrounded by couples who they'd rather be somewhere else.
I just feel like Valentine's, it's a marketing thing to make money.
Yeah, of course it is.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't even know the story of St. Valentine, do you?
Me neither. But I believe that you should do celebrate Valentine's any day. If you love someone, you should do it every day, not just in a specific day. Do you know what I mean? No.
So what you do with me?
Well,
Celebrate me every day.
yeah, I believe so. I think it's nicer to like, even growing up, I remember my dad used to bring flowers to my mom any day, not just on Valentine's Day.
That's nice.
Do you know what I mean? Because you don't have to wait for Valentine's Day to show love to someone. You know what I mean?
In fact, the video we did of Mia, we posted it on our socials of Mia asking Mia how she'd describe us to the police.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things she said was, my daddy loves my mummy. The amount of messages I've had from people saying what a lovely quality that is, because they say, don't they, the best lesson a father can give his daughter is to show her how to treat the mum, because you're setting her standards of what she'll expect in a partner. Like if she sees you being horrible to me, she'll think that's what life is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, some days I want to like kick you in the butt, but
Kick me in the back.
in the butt.
Oh,
like,
the butt. I thought you said the back. I was going to say that's
No.
like specific. Like
no,
you
like
would do
you
it.
know what I mean. Like sometimes it makes my head in.
Oh
but
yeah.
but still love you.
I want to
Yeah.
chop you in the neck.
That's what I'm
some
saying, you know what I
days,
mean?
but we'll
Yeah.
still just get on with it.
Yeah.
But it is our anniversary as well. And again, we don't really celebrate. Well, we're going out for dinner on Saturday, actually, aren't we? I
Yes.
tell a lie. We're
Yeah.
child free. The kids are going to my niece's,
Yes.
and we are going to go for dinner.
We probably end up doing
Well,
nothing at home.
I was going to say we said dinner, but then we've changed our plans, haven't we? We're bringing the cinema to us.
Yeah, I mean, we were gonna go to the cinema, but we look, there is nothing in the cinema anyway.
No.
So we said we just don't make the cinema home. Probably will be better.
Gorka said we shut the blinds, duvet on the couch. I make us a nice meal, and we're going to watch the.
I didn't say make a nice meal.
You did. I cook.
Do I need to cook now?
Well, that or a takeaway. I'd rather you cook. It's healthier. I know what's in it.
Yeah, it's true. So
But
it's
that's
me,
what we did,
basically
so we
it's
do.
me in the kitchen then.
No, it's not. You can wear an apron and nothing else. How about that?
But yeah, we don't do. You know what? I like to do things, but I think I don't do things anymore since one day I book a surprise for us.
Oh, this thing over and over.
Well, I'm still waiting for my gift for my birthday. You know, just so
I've
you
got
know.
a qualm about that.
What?
I've got a qualm about that.
What that means?
A qualm. I don't even know what the word qualm means. Qualm, maybe. I've realised I got you a present, and that's my
No, it's not a present.
debate for this
well,
week.
it's not your debate, but your debate is gonna be. That's an excuse. You're making it up. It's not gonna be.
No.
No, I tell you, it's not gonna be my present. Absolutely not.
So you want more than that for
No,
your
no.
birthday?
I know that's not gonna be my present because that's gonna go back to you
Why?
because it's been collected for you, as we said. So it's not my present. So anyway,
No.
yes. So it's not your present. Sorry. Don't find an excuse now to justify that you got me a present.
Don't try and be serious with me dressed as John Rambo.
I'm not being serious.
Because it's not happening.
Listen, if you wanna go to war, we go to war.
This is why it's called Lost in Translation, because we do occasionally.
Yes.
a
Anyway,
lot of
let me
times
carry
get lost
on.
in translation.
Explain me my point. So we used to maybe try to do things for Valentine's, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of our Valentines, yeah, I got you a surprise. And the
Yes.
surprise is because it was after we had Mia,
Mm-hmm.
and for a year we didn't do much because we didn't go anywhere.
We
and
were parenting.
Yes. And,
Plus, it was COVID.
yes.
Couldn't really go anywhere.
So look at me doing this.
I know you're flipping your hair.
Yeah, I feel like Johannes. I got you a gift, and the gift, it was all planned. It was planned with your mom. It was all organized.
Yeah.
We were gonna go for a long weekend to Iceland. Everything
Which
was
would have been amazing.
yes, because you wanted to go and see the Northern Lights. I wanted to see the Northern Lights, so it was all booked to go to Iceland. We're gonna go into these like thermal pools and everything. It was all amazing.
Yeah.
I even bought us winter coats to go to the snow and everything. Basically, I sorted everything out. The only thing she had to do it was
Turn up.
yes and fly. Yeah, a week before, she cancelled it.
I didn't.
Because she got no, yes, you cancel it because you got a job which you can get a good money for it, and
Incredible money, not
Yes.
just good money.
and you did it. And
Silly money to turn down.
Her answer was, "I gonna go do the job because it's a great money, so I'd rather get the money instead than go there." And I was like, "Okay, fine." She got the money. She didn't go there. I didn't go there, and I lost the money. So the money that I spent for the whole 4 days, flights, hotel and everything, it was not reimbursable if you cancel it. So I lost everything. But she made the money for her.
For me, for us, it's to run our home.
Yes, well,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not your money, my money. When I go to work, I earn for us, and
Yes.
vice versa.
Yes, but you still,
And if
I lost
I'd
the
have
money.
if I'd have turned down that the amount of money I turned down was Iceland 4 or 5 times over. So
It
we would have been
wasn't.
kicking ourselves after. And I said,
wasn't.
let's go to Iceland on a different date. And we haven't done.
And that's, well, I'm not gonna book it.
I know, and he said, from then on, he said...
I've never booked anything.
Being the stubborn Spaniard, he said, I am never booking anything for us again. I booked us somewhere for Easter.
Because also, that was the first one. And then I gave you a second chance.
A second chance for a holiday?
For another surprise. And I planned another surprise because I wasn't supposed to be here, yeah? I was in London on a Strictly. Remember that one?
No.
Well, I booked another surprise for you, and I booked as a nice overnight stay with dinner in a restaurant and a hotel for us. And we had already Mia. Tiago was not here yet.
Oh.
And I remember, I think ahead, and I thought, knowing her, she might say, no, I want Mia to be with us. So I already make sure that in the booking, I speak to the hotel and everything, and we could have Mia with us. So it was all arranged to have Mia if she wanted, or Mia if she didn't want to come, stay Mia with her parents, because she was already sorted, yeah? Book balloons, surprise in the bedroom and everything in the hotel room.
Where was this?
Was in your birthday also. And I was coming from London and I was surprising you for your birthday.
My birthday's always on Strictly.
Yes, so that's why. I was on Strictly, but it was on the week. So I was managing to come back to pick you up from the radio, take you out for dinner.
Did you have a rubbish partner that year? Is that why you were out?
No. It was the year with Helen.
Don't remember.
Yeah, don't worry, I remember.
Well, I had baby brain that year.
And she was, you know what she said to me? I'd rather wake up in my own bed on my birthday.
With you?
Yeah, but you were doing the same. It was a surprise. So what happened? She cancelled it. I lost everything.
It's because I'm not... You should be grateful that I'm not one of them partners who demands all these flash, expensive, exciting things.
It's not
I'm happy to just be... As long as I'm with you and the kids.
That's why I don't do anything anymore.
I don't have a favourite place. I have favourite people.
That's why I don't do anything anymore.
My favourite people is where my home is.
Yeah,
I don't have to be anywhere as long as we're all together.
Yeah, so we were going to be all together in a different place.
Okay.
Apart from waking up in the same bed that you do every day. So that's the special thing.
Having to make our own bed, make our own breakfast.
No, it's not that. It was just the thing of going somewhere else. Anyway, since then, I don't do anything else.
No.
I said I will never do anything else. If you want to, you do it yourself.
I've booked us somewhere for Easter, haven't I?
Yeah.
We've got a little lodge with our own little boat and a hot tub, and it's us and the kids, and it's going to be Benji's first holiday.
Yeah, that's what she's excited about, Benji's first holiday.
Should we explain why this is called Lost in Translation?
I think it's clear.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, isn't it, why it's called Lost in Translation. So every week we have a debate, which is something that's happened in the week that myself and Gorka have clocked. We tell the producers and we air it here. So my debate this week is something that I'd forgotten I'd done for you as part of your birthday gift. And obviously since we've started this series, I've had grief for not buying you a birthday present. And then I realised I have got him a present. But I only realised because the present I've got you is like all over the media now, thrusting in my face every time I open Instagram. So Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I've got you a box for Bad Bunny at Wembley for you and all your mates.
Well, I hope it's not in Wembley because it's not there, the concert.
Where is it at?
It's at the Tottenham Stadium.
Hotspurs, yeah. I got that for you last June. I remember you said you wanted to go. You tried to get tickets. I said, leave it with me. And I made a phone call in the garden. You were on FaceTime to Jorge going, maybe she's got them.
But that's not my gift.
Yeah, but it's for you and all your mates.
Yeah,
it's a box at Tottenham to go and watch Bad Bunny for 12 of you.
Yes, but...
And I said, have that as part of your birthday gift.
No, you didn't.
I'd forgotten all about it.
You didn't.
I did, genuinely.
You didn't.
I said, because it was like June or July when I booked it. I said, well, there's your birthday. And then now, and I'd forgotten all about it, genuinely. Now he's back in the press.
Yeah.
In a very big way, if you've seen his videos.
Yeah.
I thought, oh yeah, that's what I got him for his birthday.
But you
that's more expensive than a coffee machine.
Yeah, but you're getting the money of all the tickets because everybody's paying you the tickets.
They don't have to pay me the tickets.
Yes.
It's your birthday present.
I've already asked them all
well,
of them.
Well, in that case, they can pay me the tickets.
There we go. So that's what I mean.
Oh, but it's for your birthday.
Oh, okay, great.
So,
but they are all paying tickets.
Well, they don't need to. You can tell them it's part of your birthday. Oh, you just get the money for you.
No, I don't.
And with that spare money, we'll book somewhere else. 2 presents. We'll buy a coffee machine.
Yeah, but how is that my...
Get the money off them. We'll buy a coffee machine.
So how is that my gift then?
Because you've got a coffee machine and tickets to Bad Bunny winning. And you've not spent a penny. How about that? But just make sure none of them listen to this podcast.
I think you just like being sneaky here. You're tricking me now.
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm
just
not tricking you.
No.
I'd forgotten all about it until the Grammys.
No, it's tricking me.
And
No, it's tricking me because everybody's paying the amount of the ticket to go there, and they're all paying it, and then I'm paying you the rest. So no, it's just
You're
tricky.
not paying with anything, and their tickets can go on a posh coffee machine.
No, I don't want that as my gift.
Okay, so we'll just keep the money.
No, I send it to you. I don't wanna. That's different.
Oh, okay.
Don't mix. I want my gift. That's a different thing.
Okay. Well, that's my debate for the week. What's yours?
The washing.
Again?
Yes. You just bring two
I put his
t-shirts.
washing in this morning by accident. I put all the darks in.
There's not even this one. That's the third one. You see, it's a different one.
I need to get washing detergent on the way home. I
Yeah.
haven't got any.
Just don't do it. Just when you see the washing, I'm gonna put like a sensor. Every time that you touch it, gives you like an electric shot.
This morning at 10 to 7, I was stood ironing. I did piles of ironing. I did mine and the kids. I didn't touch any of yours. There was loads of yours, and I thought
I don't iron my
I
clothes.
know
I
that's what
steam
I
them
thought. So I didn't.
because you will burn it
No,
or something,
no,
or leave shadows, shinies in the clothes.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Sometimes
He does steam his clothes. He has a steamer.
Yes, because sometimes when you iron it, if it's too hot in the material, you can burn and leave shiny, especially, for example, in jeans and things like that. So I steam them. And most of them, I let them dry and then...
You
don't
hang
need
them
it.
a specific way.
Even before I hang them, I like shake them and everything so they don't have to be
I
ironing.
was going to London the other day and I took your steamer dinner.
Yes.
And I said to him,
And break the
"Box."
box.
I didn't break the box. I didn't take the
Yes.
box.
You took the box,
I didn't
no?
take the box at all.
Okay.
Because it was broke.
Okay.
I said, Gorks, have you got a steamer? Knowing damn well he had one. And he said, yeah, take it. So I went to it. I didn't take the box because it was broke. Such a good little thing, that.
I know.
Fantastic.
You know who told me that?
Who?
Ryan.
Ryan the stylist.
Yes.
We need to get him on this podcast for a net.
Yes. Thank you, mother.
Thank you, Doll. Yeah, it was really, really good. And I put it
Yeah.
back in the box. And
Takes less space than a pair of shoes. And it's so handy for everything. Because you just, wherever you go, you just like steam it before you wear it. It's so handy.
Well,
It
I
saves
was
my
ironing
life
this
when I go
morning all
travel.
that stuff.
That's what happens when you travel a lot. But yes, coming back to the washing.
Yeah.
So she said, I did the washing. I make sure I didn't put your clothes. I said, okay, it's fine. She did put my clothes. It wasn't the washing. It was more the dryer. She was like, I finished the washing. I'm going to put the stuff on the dryer, but I make sure that yours is out. I was like, okay, fine. So she put the dryer. As always, she puts the dryer and then she leaves it there for 24 hours, 72 days, whatever. So I checked and I have to fold the clothes. Unfortunately, for her bad, I fold the clothes and I realized she put one of the first things she did.
By accident.
The first thing she did by accident. It was black clothes and it was this pair of running tights, like blue, like cobalt blue in the dryer.
What blue?
Cobalt blue. Cobalt. Like the jumper there in the picture. Make sense? So that's the blue. And you put those ones in the dryer. And they're supposed to not go because then the sticker, it will come off. That's what happened. And the other day, second time, you put 2 t-shirts and a hoodie with the grey flag. Oh, I missed them. I was like, how can you miss them? And they are shrink.
So will they fit me then now instead of you?
No, and it's not only that, you will ruin them. Because those clothes in that cannot go in the dryer. If you look at the tag, it says no drying, 30 degrees.
So how many times have you moaned about the drying now with me? 3?
Many.
I think 3 out of the dilemmas.
Imagine in 8 years.
He comes to the kitchen with his jumper and then they end up being fitted on me as Barbies. They're that small. Oh, well, as always, it's over to you guys. Who do you agree with in this week's dilemma? You're winning, by the way, 5-3 in the dilemmas.
I know someone says I read a comment that made me laugh.
What was it? Someone being snide on me?
Yes.
Aww.
It wasn't something that one of the bosses was like, oh, bless Gorka. It's difficult to live with Gemma.
Oh my gosh.
Or something like that.
If only they could live with you for a week and then they'd see how difficult.
I'm not difficult. I'm just
you have your moments.
I'm just like, if this needs to go there, has to be there. Why is there? That's what you do. No,
I don't.
You will tidy up the living room. It's tidy.
There's a live flame there.
And it's in there. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'll do. Should we ask your mum?
Let's just agree to disagree.
No, we can ask Sandra.
But Sandra will say I'm so laid back, I'm horizontal.
Too much.
Look how far I've come in life being horizontal. If you're too highly strung, you won't get stuff done. You have to just sometimes accept what will be, and it's fine. If
Do you accept it?
It's fine if there's a cushion at the wrong angle on the chair.
I accept it, but then I go behind you and fix it.
That's what I mean. But does it not get tiring having
No.
to have that level of perfection all the time?
It's
Does
not-
it
it's
get,
not- it's
is
not
it
ver-
part? Do you think it's part of being a dancer?
No, it's not perfection. I think because I'm a Virgo.
Maybe.
Yeah.
See, I'm
but
a
it's not
Scorpio.
perfection. Like, if this pillow is there or there, it doesn't bother me. What it bothers me is you said, oh, everything is tidy. And it's like, no, it's not tidy. Because if this is supposed to be here, for you there, it's fine.
It's like I've noticed you like making our bed
Yes.
because you chop the cushions.
No, it's not even that.
But you do chop the cushions.
I will make sure the next time I record a video, so I have a proof. Everything that I moan, I have a proof, and I know I'm right.
Gorka makes
Gemma
the bed like military style, tucks it all in underneath.
I don't tuck
it's
to
lovely.
him.
Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
tuck to him.
But it's
Sometimes yes,
annoying at
sometimes
night
don't.
when you get in and you think, oh, I just want to lift my legs up and the duvet's under it.
No, what is annoying is like, for example, you say I made the bed, and when you go and see the bed is not being made. It's all creased, it's all not folded properly, the pillows are one like this, the other one like that. That's not made the bed. That's how a 5-year-old made the bed.
No, that's
Yes,
not
Gemma.
true. That is not
If
true.
you walk to a hotel room, yeah, and you have to the bed like that,
That's what I'm saying. You make a bed to precision.
No.
Like you iron it with the side of your hand.
Yes.
You do all that in the morning with
I
it.
straight the bed.
With
yes.
your hand.
How you should-
I ain't got time for that.
But then you don't make the bed properly.
I make the bed.
You just flash the duvet over it. That's
I
not
flash
right.
the duvet. I put the cushions neat.
Okay.
You put them neat and then karate chop them.
No, how it should be. Yeah, the
Yeah,
things,
so you
yeah.
put a little
It takes
chop
you
in
2
them.
seconds. Okay, so you
Yeah,
tell
but we've
him.
got 6, so I got to go.
So you telling me this is
in the
You're gonna
mornings.
give me the right. You're gonna agree with me. So next Monday you
Yeah.
film it in the house, yeah? They're
After
coming
we
to
make
film,
the
yeah?
bed, yeah.
Yes, you're gonna film in the bedroom. Will you film in the bedroom the way you made the bedroom or the way that I made the bedroom?
The way Vicky makes the bedroom.
Why? Because you know people will see the bedroom and they will. Oh my gosh, what
but-
is that? That's my answer. Thank you very much. Let's move on into the next point. Thank you.
We need to ask first of all who they agree with and why have you got your wig in your mouth?
I already know who they're gonna agree with.
Lost in translation at bauermedia.co.uk on the email for you to get in touch. The WhatsApp, of course, is 077 610 398 98, or you can follow us across all social medias at lost.in.podcast.
This episode of Lost in Translation is sponsored by Whoop.
For those of you who don't know, Whoop is a wearable strap. Here it is, here. It provides you with detailed insights into your sleep, your strain, your recovery, your stress, which I have a lot of, and your overall well-being, along with personalised coaching to help you make smarter decisions when it comes to your health and fitness.
That's true, and we've been wearing Whoop for how long now? I think
20
myself since 2019.
2019 and I'm 2020.
Yeah.
So we're a good few years into our Whoop journey. I genuinely rely on mine for a lot.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the first
Yeah.
thing I check in the morning, how well I've slept and my stress
The
levels.
first thing in the morning is like, oh, I'm in yellow.
Ooh, I'm in green. Yeah,
I had
I'm
a
in
good
red.
recovery. Yeah.
Since we started using Whoop, it's had such a positive impact on our lives. Having little ones, especially in the house, it comes with broken sleep. But the Whoop has really helped us build routines that actually do last.
And we know what our body needs each day. How well we slept, how well we recover you are, how much strain you are taking on, and how your habits are shaping your long-term health. So get started on Whoop today for free by going to join.whoop.com/translation.
Should we solve one of your dilemmas?
Just we cannot solve ours. So.
No, we can't solve our own.
Oh, but there is something before, no?
We've had a message, a lovely message for you, Gorks, on WhatsApp.
Yes.
They've said, we're loving Gorka's recipes. Can he tell us more? I did the croissant and the digestive over Christmas. They were delicious. Oh, look, she sent a picture of the croissant and digestives. You can find the pictures, by the way. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll find the pictures there. She's saying, is there any new recipes for people?
So the
There is.
the digestives are great. The croissant, I mean, that works. But I'm gonna give you another one, which the type of croissant that you use, I'll give you a different one, which is actually even better. Because normally you will use the croissants that you get like on a bakery. Those ones is the ones like the one Mia likes from like the supermarket croissants.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean?
the frozen one.
No, not frozen ones. They come
They're
in
in
a
a
pack.
packet. Yeah,
It's a bit
yeah.
more like
So you get them
like
more
spongy.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these ones, instead of do it on the pan because it will get quite crispy and dry quickly. Make this. Slice them the same way, and before you toast them, just put butter. Then when the butter is in it, put it back together and put them on the microwave for 10 seconds.
So the butter melts.
And the croissant gets softer and soggier, and then you can dip it on the milk. That, it's like next level also.
You cooked for me, well, not for me, you made some protein balls, the other
Yes.
day. They were delicious.
I mean, it's not like protein balls because they have no, I don't think they're
But they've got
much
peanuts
protein.
in them. It was
Yeah.
roasted peanuts, peanut butter, dark chocolate, coconut nibs, whatever they're called, and sea salt.
Flakes.
Coconut flakes and sea salt. We need to do a little cookbook for you, I think. A lost in translation cookbook for Gorka.
I have pictures, I can send them if you want to
Yeah,
post them.
he
And I can
genuinely
give you the
cooks
recipe.
anything. I'll come home from work and he'll casually say, I've made this today. You did flapjacks the other week, which were like the brownie ones.
It's the same thing than the protein balls, but different shape.
They
yeah.
were gorgeous. Really, really nice.
So with the same recipe, you can do I don't know why I'm looking at them. You can do the flapjack, which are on a tray, or do it in a
I'll
ball
do the
shape.
balls.
And then the balls, you dip each one of them.
In
So it's very
100%
easy.
dark chocolate, so it's very
Yeah.
healthy as well. Because we've been, how long have we been doing it now?
Me 4
Only-
weeks is gonna be on
You
Friday.
4 weeks, me 3 weeks. We just casually said we'll just stop. We didn't even tell each other. We just stopped having.
No, you've been saying it. I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
I
I've
just
been
started.
telling you.
She's been saying it, but I started a week before her.
No
even-
sugar, other than obviously we've had fruit and
No,
sugar.
I would say no refined or
No refined
processed
sugar.
sugar.
Because we normally love pick and mix biscuits, but we've been really on it.
Yeah. Like I love a croissant.
A zuntai.
Pardon me.
What do you say in Spanish for bless you?
Salud.
Salud.
Jesus.
I thought that was cheers.
You can say Jesus.
Jesus. Does
Yeah.
that not mean Jesus?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh,
Uh,
Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus. I love you, Jesus.
Um,
That's like, what is the... Do you see the Grammys now? Sorry, I need to say this. I'm going from one thing to the other. In the Grammys, is it roll... how is it called? Big Roll, the singer.
big roll. Jelly
Is it-
roll.
Jelly Roll, yeah. He
I don't know who he is.
Jelly Roll won an award, yeah. He was opening actually for Post Malone.
Is he a rapper?
Kind of like a bit like Post Malone vibes, yeah.
Okay.
And he went and he was like, "I love you, Jesus." When he went to give him, like, "Thank you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus."
They always thank Jesus, don't they? What was it
Yeah.
like Ricky Gervais said? Get your award, thank you God, and fuck off.
Yeah.
That's what you said they should do, because that's all they do. Carrie's got in touch as well this week for a dilemma. Thank you for listening, Carrie.
Is it Carrie or Kerry?
Carrie, as in Carrie Bradshaw. We
Nice.
watched a bit of Sex in the City last night, didn't we?
You watch it, not me.
I said to Gorka, I was watching the Sex in the
Have
City.
you watched this movie?
The first movie. And what did you say?
So yes, of course I did.
He went, yes, I love rom-coms. You know that. That's genuinely what he said about Sex in the City.
It's true. My favorite movie is The Notebook.
Carrie said, hi Gorka and hi Gemma. I loved the pod which was recommended to me a few months ago as my partner of 21 years, Rafa, is from Barcelona. We were going to call Tiago Rafa, weren't we?
Yeah, Rafa from Barcelona.
He was going to his name was going to be Rafael.
Vamos, Rafa.
And then we said it'll be Rafa Marquez. But then we were panicking if he couldn't pronounce his R's. It'd be a bit waffa. But I love that name. So Rafa's from Barcelona. We were both living in Barcelona when our daughter Lola was born. But we moved...
How?
Lola.
No, Lola.
Lola.
Not Lola.
Lola. She was a showgirl. They moved back to the UK in 2013, and then our son Mark was born in England. Marco. A year later.
Mark.
We are a bilingual household, so there's often lots of mispronounced words between us all in both Spanish and English. Rafa also speaks Catalan, but I've reached my limits with Spanish. Anyway, our daughter Lola loves making a s'more over a homemade fire in the garden with her friends, and there's one item she uses to get the flames that her dad Rafa still calls fire starters. No matter how many times I say they are called fire lighters. She said to keep the peace, I've declared that from now on we call them Keith, as in the Prodigy. You won't know, that's funny. So basically there's a band called the Prodigy, you'll know them. And it was I'm a
Lemon.
fire starter. Keith Lemon.
I know.
No. Twisted fire starter. Do you know how, like, when I go psychosomatic about illnesses and stuff, it's from that song, Psychosomatic and Insane.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to show him some of the video.
because I won't get it.
I don't think he'll like it.
I'm with Rafa.
I think it'll frighten you. She said she loves hearing us both, but that's basically a firelighter. The thing is, though, Carrie, I just call them matches. What would you call them? What you light a barbecue with? What?
There's no match. It's the thing that you turn a match on, and then you turn that on. And then that goes in the wood, isn't it? That's like a firelight.
So what would you call it?
I get why he calls them fire starters, because it's what starts the fire.
Right.
Because you put them, like if you have the wood, no? You put them down near the wood, and then with the match or with the lighter, you burn that, and that makes the flame to start to burn in the wood, no?
A firelighter, fire starter.
In Spain, I don't know, we never use that. We use paper. You can use paper page.
Yeah.
So you burn that, or like dry grass, and that was the fire starter.
So with the words that get mispronounced, do you think it's just best to let them go, as long as you know what I mean and I know what you mean? So in Carrie and Rafa's case, would you just say to her,
we do it all the time,
just let it go? And
get your fire starters, It's cute, I think.
Gorka says...
Also, Carrie, remember, he speaks 3 languages. You only speak 1.5.
There you go.
So
you used to say, you still do, if like there's some drama going on, I'll say, have you heard about this? He goes, no, because he's nothing to be with me.
Yeah.
And I
it's
know
nothing to be with me.
Yeah, and I know he means it's nothing to do with me. So I just go, oh, that's true.
Oh, to do with me.
Yeah.
The other day was another word, and I said to you, remember this word, because I say it different. Remember, we saw it. I don't know what
tunnel.
Oh, yeah, you got tunnel, yeah.
Tunnel.
I said to you, how do you call this? You say like tunnel. I said like tunnel.
What would you say, like where we go to have a wee or a poo, what's it called?
Toilet.
Toilet. So I'd say the loo.
Yeah, but I say sometimes, let's go to the loo, but I know it's a toilet. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. For me, the funny thing is when I pronounce something different.
Wet piss through.
Yeah.
I'm wet piss through.
I'm piss wet through now.
Yeah, piss wet through now. You've got it. But thank you for getting in touch, Carrie. That's I'm impressed by Rafa and all these languages. So Spanish is different to Catalan, obviously.
Yes, it's
a lot
another
different
language. Yeah.
Because people ask me, do you speak Basque or do you speak Spanish? Is it the same thing?
No, it's a different language. Basque is one of the oldest languages exist in Europe. They don't even know where it comes from. I cannot speak.
Do your mum and dad speak Basque?
No.
Does
My
your
mum is
grandma?
Portuguese.
Does your grandma speak Basque?
No, there are no Basques. My in the country Basque people will say that I'm not a true Basque because none of my parents are Basques, and none of my grandparents are Basque. My grandparents are from the south of Spain.
Do you remember when we went to, in our old house, my old doctor's, my GP, he was Spanish. He was Catalan.
Mm-hmm.
And we went and he asked you, are you Catalonian, didn't he? And you said no, and he changed his vibe instantly towards you. He was like, okay. Yeah. And when we come out, I said, what's that about? And you explained there was a change going on at that time. I mean, we're going back a few years now. But he was chatting away to Gorka in Spanish. When he found out he wasn't Catalonian, he was like...
Catalonians, I think, also they want... Like, for example, in where I'm from and in Catalonia, they have their own language, yeah?
So they want independence?
No, yes, but apart from that, but how you see how different it is.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, if you go to a shop and you speak in Spanish, they will speak to you in Spanish, yeah? Or straightly, they will say hello in Spanish.
Yeah.
If they say hello in the Basque language, yeah, and you answer them in Spanish, they will talk to you in Spanish. In Catalonia, in many places, not everywhere, yeah, but many places, and in many shops or coffee shops, and I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people, you go and they will say to you hello in Catalan, and if you answer them in Catalan, they speak to you Catalan. But even if you go hello in English and they speak to you hello in Catalan or in Spanish, they will still speaking to you in Catalan, even if they know that you don't understand.
So they like speak how I speak or don't speak to me at all?
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably why he did what he did then.
Probably, yeah.
I was thinking, is he still going to give me my medication? Because he's like hating on you. But if you have a dilemma for us, please do get in touch. Lost in Translation at bauermedia.co.uk or on our socials at lost.in.podcast. The phone number is your wig itching.
Oh, I think the bandana is so tight because I was scared to lose my wig. I think it must be a strictly thing, you know.
I'm going to do the phone number again. I'm going to try it in Spanish for you. 0777610 39888.
Muy bien.
Is that good?
See.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game of Mr. and Mrs. Now, it's a little bit different because, again, we didn't know we were doing this. But it says both write their answers on a card and reveal at the same time to see if we get the same answer. So, question 1. Where or when was our first kiss?
I remember.
Oh, wait, there was, I know what you're going to put, but there was a cheeky one before that.
Whatever you write, this is the right first one.
What have you wrote?
I have the picture.
The picture in the back of the taxi? Yeah, that's what I've wrote, but where we were coming from. We were coming from a party at Ali Ash and Jeanette's flat.
No.
And we didn't snog, but we had a little kiss on the couch in the flat.
No.
And then we got the cab.
No. The car was first. You're getting it mixed up.
Okay, well, I wrote Ali Ash and Jeanette's flat, / back of cab.
That's why I have memory. Car, Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
We were on Strictly, we were going to Janet and Alias.
Oh, so
and
we were on
in
our
the
way
car,
there.
And
right.
we were going to go in different cars, but then we're like, no, you two go together. And we went together in the car, and the other 3 were in the other car. And he was in the back of the car, and I have the picture actually on my phone still.
I have the picture still. We're like this.
Yeah, I was like...
Oh.
1.
Question 2. What is Gorka's coffee order?
I mean, it was very different. I have 2, but the general one is for summer, one is for winter.
I was going to say.
But it's very simple.
Ice Americano or Americano / in the winter.
Well done.
What is Gemma's pizza order?
Simple. Ready? It's 1, but then I Homsy modified it, yeah?
Margarita with mushrooms, margarita. Correct.
Yeah. Well done.
I like me mushrooms. Get me spermicide
Yeah.
in. Spermidine, even. Spermidine, not spermicide.
What was Gorka's first job?
Oh, I only know you as a dancer. We've never discussed your first job, have we?
What do you say? What do you say, you know?
You were a dance instructor. You used to teach dance.
There you go.
Is that correct?
That's the only job I had.
Yeah, you was a dance teacher.
Yeah. So we write it now, or doesn't matter that one?
No.
Yeah.
You were a dance teacher, yeah?
I never worked before. Only dance. And even, you know how the kids get their jobs and stuff like that? I never. I only dance. And then I used to teach dance lessons.
Yeah.
And dance. But nothing else. Nothing else apart from dancing.
It's just been dance, darling. What was Gemma's first job? Next question.
I know that one. And unfortunately, she didn't took anything from that job. Because she would have been better.
JD Sports. I
know?
did work experience at JD Sports in Bury.
It shows. When it comes to full clothes.
They asked me to stay on because I was good at it.
Personality.
So I did. I used to hate going on the tills because I hated doing the maths and stuff. But they asked me to stay on, so I did. And then about 6 months into it, I got the part in Hollyoaks. But I was too polite at the time to tell JD Sports that I had this Hollyoaks job.
Yeah.
So I was still going into JD on a Saturday morning. I used to do like 9 till 2. And then it got to the point where people at the till were saying, "Are you on Hollyoaks?" And the boss took me aside and said, "You can leave, you know, if you want." And I said, "Oh, can I? Because I'm working on the telly now as well." And he let me leave. But I loved it there. It's not JD anymore now, is it?
I don't know.
It's been changed.
It's JD.
I didn't even get a discount on the
You
stock.
have the shops JD.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But it
have
was
JD
good.
gyms,
It was a good
yeah.
laugh. It was a nice group of people at that
Nice,
JD.
nice.
Shout out JD Sports in Bury.
Yeah.
Who said I love you first? The defo me, yeah, it was Gorka. Yeah, I think you might have been drunk though, so you never know if you mean it if you swilled. You get the confidence to say it in drink, but then you think, do you mean it? Because you've had a few tequilas.
Yeah.
The next question, first holiday you took together. It was Tenerife or Ibiza. I can't remember which one we did first.
Really? You know which one was first. You're just making it up.
No,
Really?
because there's the one of us where, do you remember those horrible pat pictures came out? And
Tenerife first.
I was mortified. It was Tenerife, wasn't it? Yeah.
After the tour.
Tenerife, straight after the tour we went.
For 5 days.
And
it was the one that had the video. Remember we were doing the thing and stuff?
yeah. And
You used to go to that gym.
those awful pictures came out of us on the beach. Well, they're not awful. It's just, I mean...
It wasn't awful. We were just playing it was the last day. And we were in this, actually, it was like a quiet beach because it was part of another hotel. and we went there because it was more quieter. And we ordered some food, and the food came, and we were having food. So we were like sat between the two sunbeds eating food. So she was sad, and then she wanted some. If I could put her like sun cream.
Sun cream, and
So I got the sun cream, but I was making the joke. Instead of do the sun cream, I squeezed the buttercream on all over her. So she was like on her face. At the same time, the 500 meters away in the cliffs was this random paparazzi deciding to take pictures.
We found out. So that pap, he was actually all right, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And we asked him, like, I was like, genuinely, we booked this so privately. How did you find out we were coming here? And he grassed up. I'm not going to say the airline because I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. But he told us the airline who we booked with told them. So they have an agency. They had an agency in Manchester. The airline we booked with told the agency what flight we were on. So they got on the same flight and they trailed us from the airport to the hotel. And he said, so I knew you were at that hotel. And it was fine because he had a job to do.
Yeah.
But since then, we've always booked in a different way.
We booked 3 different flights and 3 different hotels in different countries.
No,
also.
but bless him for telling us. He was just dead honest.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, yeah, because he had his job to do. But yeah, the cheeky airline.
Yeah.
He said that's how we always do it. Yeah, we have a little backhander with the airline.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean.
She'll go cream on the face.
Yeah, he was pretending to wipe semen on my face in the form of sun cream, and that's the pap shot.
I was 24.
So yeah, he was young. Crikey.
Now I wipe something else.
And people are, oh my God, you're so disgusting. You so obviously set that up. No, we didn't. I would have set up one breathing in on all fours.
Anyway, after that, who is more romantic?
Gorka. We don't need to write that down. He's
No.
the queen of romance. Who would survive longer on a desert island?
She will say her, but I don't think so.
You'd probably last longer because you've got more meat on you. You've got more muscle mass. So you'd survive longer if there was like a
I need
drought.
more food then.
But I think I'd be more in tune of what needs doing because I've seen Rambo, I've seen Predator. I know how to survive in the wild.
How do you know how to do fire?
I know how to make a fire.
Okay.
I did Jack Osborne's Adrenaline Jungle.
Do you know how to fish?
I lived in the jungle and I'm
What
a
you
celebrity.
what you gonna eat of?
I won't fish because I can't kill the fish. You'll have
There
to
you
kill
go.
it for me.
No, because you don't eat fish. The meat, you only can eat leaves and nuts.
You'd be like Tom Hanks, won't you, with Wilson?
Yeah, I would love to go on an island.
You want to do the island in Spain, don't you?
Yeah.
Survivor, but they do it for 3 months.
It was now. I was asked to
I know.
if I wanted to go and do it.
I don't
I
think
would
that'd
love
work
to.
with childcare though.
I know.
Imagine me saying to my mum, "Can you do the school run
Imagine
for 3
me.
months?"
They go to Dominican, to Honduras.
Where's
They
that?
drop Honduras in the Caribbean. Imagine like 3 months in Honduras on my speed. I was doing salsa. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You'd be starving though. I don't think you'd cope without the
I
food.
know.
Lastly, who is funnier?
This week is making me itchy. I think you're the funnier one. I'm getting funnier, but I don't know.
I think you're unintentionally funny.
You're funny on those ears.
I keep forgetting I've got them on.
You
But-
look like a... Is it an ant?
I look like a showgirl.
No. My nose is very itchy with this hair.
That's all we've got time for today. On our anniversary show, I think it's safe to say after 8 years, those questions, we got them all right, didn't we?
I know, we know each other.
We know each other quite well, don't we?
Yeah.
And we've
I
had
didn't
sex
know
at
that.
least twice, because we've got Mia and Tiago. So
Twice.
all's well in the Atkinson Marquez household.
Just twice.
Yeah. No.
She wishes.
No, I don't. That would be a problem.
What?
If the piping stopped, then I'd be like,
Ay.
I expect that after 20 years, not 8. Thank you for tuning in. Lost in Translation at bowermedia.co.uk or at lost.in.podcast. And the mobile number is, I still don't know that off the top of my head,
07
0776 103 9898. Or in English, 077 610 39898. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Let's go war.